It's lunchtime. I've got on my Colorado hat today and my Florida apron. I know it doesn't match, but you see how concerned I am, don't you? I could care less. I've got my eye on. I'm hungry. I'm going to cook me a couple of pork chops. I'm going to cook me a sweet potato. Salt and pepper it really super good. I like a lot of pepper on mine, as y'all know. I'm not going to flour it today. I'm going to just have it plain. I'll show you what I'm going to do with my sweet potatoes in just a second. Let me get this in there. Want a little bit of grease. Switch it over to the one side. Like that. And I've got me a sweet potato here that I am going to cook. And I'm going to turn this down low. I'm going to turn it down low. I love sweet potatoes. And I like for them to kind of be caramelized sometimes, and there's a lot of sweet in a sweet potato. So I'm going to cut it in little cubes, and I'm fixing to put it in there on this side. I don't want to mess up but one pan today. I'm not interested in messing up two pans, that's for sure. I'll cut it up on this. I want to show y'all what they gave me the other night. This is pretty. This is the state of Georgia. And it's got my biscuit recipe on the back. And they gave it to me the other day when I went to speak at their church. It's really pretty. I hate to use it, but I'm going to. I'm going to use it. Have y'all fixed you some sweet potato fries? You know, it wasn't long ago I told y'all to fix you some. And I didn't know if you did or not. I'm going to cut these in little skinnies like this. I'll show you. I've got my pork chops on low. Got them over to the side so they won't cook so fast. But I am hungry. Now, when y'all get hungry and you're in your house, please don't just eat something unhealthy. Eat something healthy. Eat your real food, real meat, real vegetables. All right, I've cut them in little tiny cubes. I want to kind of show you what I've done. I'm going to stir these around in there. Let them get good and hot. And start cooking. And when the meat gets done, I can kind of spread it around where they all get some heat on them. I'm going to put a little butter on top. And you can put a little sugar and cinnamon on top of yours if you want to. I'm not, but you can if you'd like to. I started to give the peeling to the chickens, but I wasn't sure whether I could do that. So if y'all know that, I'd like to know. Can you give sweet potato peelings to a chicken? If you can, I can take them over there, see, to Hannah's house and give them to her chickens. But I don't know that. on my bulldog, you know, I used to have a bulldog. Her name was Biscuit, and I had to have her put to sleep. Y'all all know that story. She got bitten on her hip. I think it was a brown recluse. It just would not heal. It was bad. But anyway, I had some sweet potatoes to go old on me. And you know, when you live out in the woods like I do, when you have bad stuff, you just throw it out in the woods. You don't necessarily put it in the trash can. So I don't know. I had 3 or 4 potatoes that were rotten and going bad, and I just threw them out in the woods. Well, she ate them. She ate one of them, I know for sure. And I came home from somewhere that day, and she was so sick. I didn't know what was wrong with her, but she was having trouble breathing. She was in terrible shape. So I got her in that truck, and I took her straight to the vet. And he said, "What's the problem?" And I said, "I have no idea. This dog is sick. It looks like she's dying." Well, he got to looking at her and examining her from time to time and all, and he was asking me questions and things like that. And he said, "Could she have eaten a rotten sweet potato?" And I said, "Well, she could have. I threw a bunch of junk out in the woods and some sweet potatoes were in it." He said, "That's what's wrong with her." He said, "She's poisoned. She has been poisoned by those sweet potatoes. And we're going to have to get something in her right now." So I cannot remember for the life of me what he gave her. But whatever it was, I remember him saying, "You have got to get so much down her before nighttime falls." And it was in a bottle. It was a liquid. And I started giving her that. And see how I'm kind of stirring these around a little so they'll get tender and good. And she lived. But I had no idea that sweet potatoes were poisonous when they're rotten for your puppies and dogs. So don't do like I did. Don't throw them out in the woods. Maybe there may be another animal that might be killed by them. I don't know. So now, when I have old sweet potatoes, I throw them in the garbage can. I normally don't have them that often, but I did that day. That's why I'm asking you about the sweet potato peelings. If I should give her those peelings or not. I mean, give the chickens those peelings or not. Let's turn our meat over. Actually, this pork chop is a pork loin. What it is. I just cut it in little pork chop type things. Mother used to fix the dish in the wintertime. She'd put raw rice on the bottom of her casserole. She'd lay pork chops all over that rice. You know, she'd put about a cup and a half of rice. And then she would put a can of water and a can of cream of chicken soup in a bowl and mix it up real good. Not cream of chicken, I'm sorry. With the pork chop, she would put cream of mushroom. And she would put garlic in it and do it up and put it all over the top of those pork chops and that rice. Sometimes she'd have to put a little extra water, like a can and a half. And it was so good in the wintertime. And she would have, those pork chops would be so tender on that rice. And she'd bake some biscuits to go with it. And we'd have supper. We had a big supper every night. And Daddy worked at night. So sometimes after we finished eating, she'd get me and the 3 boys and say, "Y'all get in the car. We're going to see Daddy. Take him some supper." And she'd get a pretty platter and put all his food on it. And he'd be so happy for us to come and visit with him and eat supper. Play with him while he ate his supper. It was good. It was a good thing. All right, so our potatoes are cooking. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit now and get our pork chops done. I'm going to turn it up to 7. I had it on 3. You can have sweet potatoes and pork chops. Doesn't that sound good to you? I'm going to put a little bit of salt on our pork chops in a minute. I didn't want to put it on it right now. I wanted to hold that grease in there. I don't know why I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy my eyes are trying to shut. Oh, I wish I were live right now to ask y'all what your questions were. Are you a new follower? Well, if you are, let me tell you this. This show that you're watching is called Cooking with Brenda Gant. I live in Andalusia, Alabama, down on the very bottom of Alabama. Not on those 2 fingers that go down, but the bottom, the literal center of the state at the bottom. It's only 75 miles from my house to the Gulf of Mexico. And so we have the whitest sand in all the world. It is snow white. You have to have on your sunglasses when you go to the beach. That's what you have to do. You gotta have them on there. And I'll have to turn that down or put a little more olive oil in it. There we go. He wants to try to burn on me. I cut the fat off of my meat today. Let me taste one of these and see if it's getting anywhere close to tender. It is. Good too. When it gets about ready, I'm going to put me some butter on it. But anyway, I'm down at the bottom of Alabama. I've got a cooking show. There's a lot of fake ones on there. They've stolen my videos. Some of the fake ones just have this crazy name up at the top. I don't even know, can't even pronounce half of them. Some of them. One of them, another fake one is Brenda Gant Recipes. That's not mine. It's my video, but they just stole it. And let's see, there's one that's called Cooking with Brenda Gant Big Mama, which that's not on mine. You can tell by the number of followers they've got. I have 3,800,000, and they don't have that many. Some of them have 200,000, because those people think they're following me, but they aren't. I don't see what they write in the comments. If you follow the right page, mine's got a blue check mark. It's got a bunch of followers, all that 3 billion followers. It's Cooking with Brenda Gant. And that's it. If it's anything else up there, if it says Cooking with Brenda Gant and right under it, some little bitty writing like Big Mama, or one of them even said Dana Stanbridge. It's just crazy stuff on there. I think she's being scammed too. I don't think that's her. They just put her name up under there. All right, y'all, this is ready. See how my potatoes are browning a little bit. My pork chop, let's see if he's ready. Oh yeah, he's ready. So now I'm going to put in a pat of butter on my sweet potatoes and rub that around on them real good. Going to put on a little salt, not much. If you want brown sugar and cinnamon on yours, you're going to have to do that after you take them up. Now, I just want to make sure all my butter gets on it. Okay, let me get me a plate. put our pork chop. And get the potatoes. And if there's any grease in here, I want it too, because I want that butter on it, and I want any olive oil that happens to be left in there. So I'm gonna clean it out real good. Let me go over here and put my pan in the sink. Okay, here is a delicious, healthy dinner for me. I've got sweet potatoes and pork chops. It was quick. It was easy. I didn't even have to put you on the standby, did I? I just said, hey, we're cooking it, and we did. And here it is. Can you see okay? There's one pork chop. There's the other one. And sweet potatoes. Let me fix this hat. I got it just as crooked. See the Colorado? Thank y'all, Colorado. I appreciate it. Thank you, Florida. I appreciate it. And I have to thank one follower for this shirt. I love flannel shirts, and they sent me one. It's really cute. It's got, see how the sleeves are? It's really comfortable. Y'all have a great day. Fix you some sweet potatoes. Tender and delicious. And quick and easy. Thank you, Lord, for a good meal today and a stove to cook it on and followers to watch. We thank Him, don't we? Y'all have a wonderful day. Cook your pork chops, some sweet taters. Love you. Bye-bye.